In today's video, I'm going to talk about why I believe it is so much easier to live a healthy lifestyle in Australia compared to in the UK. There is a lot of reasons for this from my experience, and I found it so much easier to live, that healthier lifestyle in Australia, a much healthier lifestyle than what I lived in the UK. So stay tuned to today's video to find out some of the reasons why I think that is the case. And in general, I think Australia has a much healthier population than the UK. So let's start by going through some points as to why I believe this is the case. First one is the weather. Now this is the most obvious point, and it's one of the biggest points as to why I believe it is so much easier to live that healthier lifestyle in Australia, and the sun being out all the time really does make it so much easier to live a healthy lifestyle in so many different ways. First one is exercise. You want to go out and exercise if the weather's nice. If the weather's shit and it's pissing down and it's cold like it is a lot of the time in the UK, it doesn't exactly make you want to go outside for a run, a hike, or anything like that. But when the weather's amazing in Australia, it makes you want to go for a hike or go and swim in the sea or an outdoor pool, or go for a little run, or just do something active. The weather being nicer is a massive factor in terms of exercise for sure. Another area where the weather really helps is healthy eating as well. From my experience, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but when the weather's nice, you crave healthier food more than shit food. For example, you'd rather eat more fruit, more veg. Things like sushi are really nice when it's hot. You don't really fancy a big greasy pizza or a burger when it's 30 degrees outside. But in the UK, when it's 5 degrees in the winter, honestly, a hot pizza is the best thing in the world. You don't really crave healthy fruit and stuff. But from my experience, when the sun's out and it's hot, I definitely crave healthier food a lot more. The second point is culture. Now there's definitely a culture for it in Australia, whether it's the weather or other reasons that create this culture. But for me, there is just a healthier culture in Australia. Way more Australian people are into their fitness. There's so many run clubs and activities. People just live more of an active lifestyle. They go down the beach, they do stuff like that. There is overall, from my experience, a lot more of a healthy culture in Australia. The UK definitely has more of a pub culture, but as I said in one of my recent videos, I believe that Australia, the health and fitness and coffee culture kind of overtakes the drinking culture in Australia. And one thing I noticed from my experience there is everyone is in shape, guys and girls, and people look after themselves, and there is definitely a big culture for health in Australia. The next thing is that there's more healthy options with food, especially. I feel like there is a lot healthier options, cheaper options as well, which you can't really find so much in the UK. If you want to eat like easy, quick, healthy food in the UK, it's often very expensive. It's always the shit food that's cheap. But in Australia, sushi being one of them, it's so much cheaper in Australia, and there's sushi places everywhere. So much healthier than going to half the places that you could go to in the UK. There's just a lot more healthy options. There's more salad places and like healthy desserts as well. From my experience, and being by the beach, there's a lot more likely to be a healthier food shop than there is like a pizza shop or something, because more people at the beach want to go and get something healthy. And from my experience, there is just a lot more healthy options in Australia compared to the UK when it comes to food. The next one is a personal one for me and other people that have moved to Australia from the UK rather than people who have lived in Australia their whole life, and that was being away from bad habits such as drinking and going to the pub every single weekend, going out every weekend. That was the biggest thing for me moving to Australia. It was a fresh start, and I didn't have all of my friends there and stuff, so I didn't feel like I wanted to go out as much. And also traveling and doing a lot of different stuff, you definitely don't get the urge to drink as much. And because you're doing other activities and you've had this fresh start, you realise there's a lot more to life in Australia than just going to the pub and being away from them bad habits back home, like getting takeaways, going to the pub. I found I was doing it so much less when I moved to Australia, which therefore meant that I was living a way healthier life. And the last point is that there's a lot more other activities in Australia that I found rather than just drinking. I feel like in the UK, whenever I'm meeting my friends or anyone's meeting up, it's always for a drink, which don't get me wrong, I do like a drink with the boys 100%, but when it's the only thing, it doesn't exactly lead you to the healthiest lifestyle. I feel like when the weather's shit especially, there isn't much. You're kind of short on choice of stuff to do, so most people just go to the pub and drink. Compared to in Australia, where I feel like there's so much more to do than just go to the pub. You can go to the beach pretty much a large part of the year. You can go on hikes, because I feel like hiking in Australia is so good. Yeah, swimming in the sea, swimming at outdoor pools, having outdoor barbecues, chilling in the park. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot more things in Australia, especially during summertime, that there's a lot of things which you can do that aren't just drinking in the pub. Obviously, like I said, in the UK, where especially during the winter time, other than food and drink, like what else are you gonna do in the UK in the winter time? So I feel like it's a reason I lived a much healthier life in Australia, is because I just found I was doing so much other stuff that was more fun than just going to the pub. So yeah, they're just some points from my personal experience. In general, I thought that Aussies did come across a lot healthier, and I think the health culture, the fitness culture is definitely a lot bigger in Australia compared to what it is in the UK. So for you guys who are looking to live a healthier life, I think Australia is a perfect place to move to, because it really does promote that healthy lifestyle, and yeah, it gives you that opportunity to get away from them bad habits that you used to get up to in the UK. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments on this one, and I'll see you very soon with another video.